Hi, I'd like to start the show with a song. New you. That's a song that's from the new presentation to try and test for yourself to connect with real guidance and a real education. I was thinking about attachment and how in this physical realm, place, world, we seem to get a lot of attachments, whether it's in relationships or foods we eat or all kinds of different things we get attached to, material things that seem to be in this physical place important to us. But it seems like we're only here for a very short time in this physical realm. And here we find ourselves, even with all the tap lining of sounds like aliens draining our energy and living off of us like parasites in a way. We're still attached to this world and all the things that we think are so important when it's just a temporary place and experiences that it sounds like we need to go through to learn to experience what isn't real, so we have a comparison to what is real, like in the real universe. Anyway, as Val has a friend named Komi that he mentioned we'd like to interview today. So, is Komi there? I guess he's not here, so.
Hello,
but
I
anybody...
think he is. Yeah. Hi, Komi. Yeah, he's here. Yeah, Komi. Yeah, Tim was saying what's real, and that's why I invited him on. But he just wrote. He's the author and the creator of Rise of the Hybrids, Book 2. Reading it on Kindle, and it's a cool book. And Komi's here to talk about it. And I don't know, what inspired you to write this book? Is this from a real experience or part of an experience?
Those are actually all the various chapters that I wrote on the book are different experiences that I have on a dream state, or sometimes when I'm sitting under a tree somewhere, I will have these lucid, vivid experiences. So I started to wrote all those down so that I can put it in a book form. So reality, in a sense, for me, what is reality? I think reality in a particular place when that is really concrete for us. So anything can be, either real or not real. So when the thing is material so that we can touch it, so that it can be palpable for us, then it's real. Now, the dream state is also real because if your attention is out there, you manifest yourself out there on the dream state, it's real for you. So reality is very difficult to explain in a physical sense because the astral or the mental is real. Because even when you think, for instance, inventing something, inventing a car, it's real in the mind or in the mental state of somebody before it gets manifested here in the physical. So what is real, what is not real?
Yeah, Nikola Tesla, he was able to go ahead, Tim. Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to ask, what is your intent of writing the book? And And why would people be interested in your book?
My first intent, my first objective for writing this book is I want us humans, especially in developed countries, to understand that we're not alone. Whether we know it or not, we are not alone, because this planet has been inhabited, thousands of years, billions of years before our era came. And there are beings on this planet. We don't see them, but they are still here. So to be able to tune into their vibration, because everything is vibration. We have the lower vibration, we have the higher vibration, and we have a vibration in between. If you can tune in, you will see reality. You will see those realities. Just like it took me right now being able to call in, dial in before I can talk to you guys. It's the same thing. So I want people to understand. I want people to accept the fact that, okay, there are possibilities. You can go on to a different planet within your mind, within your being, or you can go to a different realm within your being and still bring those experiences here in a physical on planet Earth to be able to help, to be able to be helpful for your fellow man.
Komi, can you kind of summarize book 1 and 2? I know it's a lot, but can you kind of go over a little bit the story, the plot, so people know what the book is about?
Oh yeah. So I was just out first. People will ask, why did you come up with a book 2 first? Because normally when people read books, it's book 1 and then book 2. I chose to start with book 2 first because book 2 is very apropos. It tied in a lot of the current situation in the world, what is going on with our political, what is going on with our economy, and what are the influences, the different influences that are coming in from different planets and different beings from different locations. So book 2, I started with the first generation, which is, in book 2, still on Mars, we have this colony that have been created on Mars from people from Earth, thousands of years before. And the newer generation was taking over, was trying to make a big change, which they did in their state of consciousness. Instead of invading the planet Earth to take back, what they think is their ancestors' land, to take it, they have been convinced by one of those beings that is called Wezu to, go through the way of the middle path, which is non-violence. And by choosing to do so, vibration in such a way that today when you go on Mars, we don't see anything, but they are out there, there's still civilization on Mars in a higher vibration. So that's the main part of it, And I continue with that, tied in it with the civilization of today, how we are trying to conquer the planet Mars, not knowing that there are still beings out there that they can manifest themselves if they wish to do so. So we send our probes and our guns out there to colonize them, and they came up and proved to us that we are just infants not knowing what life is all about.
That's cool. You touch on things that are current, like I notice you have a section on where they go to Antarctica and see the White Pyramid.
Oh,
are you familiar with the flat Earth, or the Admiral Byrd's travels there and his discoveries over there? People living there, alien civilizations. Is that part of it too?
Yeah. I touched on that also because what happened is most of the stories out there, it will come, and I'll try to write it down as fast as I can so that I don't forget it. There was a time where, the Council of Nine, those beings who take care of this planet, Mars and Venus and this realm, they are noticing that our planet is going bad. People are trying to destroy without knowing or knowingly. They are destroying the planet. They are destroying our way of life. So they decided that they had to introduce the era of the female energy. A female energy, in a sense, is not a woman or a woman or a man. No, the female energy is mostly that neutral energy, in a sense, that will balance the negative portion of our destruction. And it's mostly carried by women because they are the motherly people, the nurture. So the meeting was called in Antarctica. The reason they call that pyramid the White Pyramid actually is not because of it's painted white. No, it's because the beings that live in that pyramid are so highly evolved that the light that emanates from the pyramid is a pure white light. So from any place in the universe where you have the eye to see it, you see white light, emanating from the pyramid all the way into the universe. And the civilization in that area also have beings that live. They live just like here, in our United States here. They have a life, they have their culture, they have, but the technology is so advanced that, you can't even imagine it. Cars out there, we are still using fossil fuel for our car here on this side of the planet. But in that area, within the White Pyramid civilization, they use, what they call interface. All their vehicles they use the same energy that emanates from the human body. Because the human are hybrid. In a sense, we are hybrid, which is actually using this body that, we call human body, human. The body that we are using, just like a robot. So that being that is inside this body can emanate energy that is needed to use anything. Cars, planes. That's one of the reasons that flying saucers are so amazing when we look at them, because they maneuver at such a speed, in an amazing speed, the way they turn, the way they maneuver, because their interface, the beings are directly interfaced to those transportation. That's the same thing. So at that meeting, they decided, okay, we're going to have, they need the female energy era. So the female energy area is coming, and they decided that souls that need to reincarnate for that era are going to help the human being to kind of balance the bad that have been done to this planet. So that's one of the reasons they went to the White Pyramid. There have been a lot of things, like an incarnation. In this lifetime, a lot of people have chosen to come here to help out because a call has been sent out, okay, we need help because this planet is going amok. So every single soul that is going to reincarnate to help out with that is going to be working with their guardian or the master or the spiritual guide that is helping them out.
Yeah, I'll read part of this. There's a paragraph from the book here I'll read that correlates with what you're talking about for the listeners, so they can get an idea. For the last 9,000 years, President Ablawolah has been ruling the 50 United Nations with an iron fist. Corruption, torture, and gross violation of human rights were so rampant that it was decided by the Council of Nines to introduce the era of the female energy to balance the evil in these lands. A meeting was summoned in the world of the White Pyramid of Antarctica to work out the various conditions of reincarnation of different souls that would work towards securing the new era. So Komi, how do you see this new era coming about again? You said there's other beings involved, there are masters or higher beings. Where do you see this going?
Yeah,
this new era.
A lot of the beings that are going to be reincarnated, actually some of them are here already. There are various events that is happening in the world today that allow us to see that, okay, that era is actually upon us. Because if you look at kids that are being born today, they are more inclined to be loving. They are more inclined to think about saving this planet. They are more inclined in working with each other. There's no barrier in who they want to work with, because They feel like this planet is for everybody. And with time, we'll see more sign, which is going to be more female or more moms are going to be in a lot of government. More neutral people are going to be in government to allow this change to come through. Because what is happening today is that we want so much to have profit in everything that we create that we don't think about the fact that this planet has been, in a sense, given to us so that we become people of service. We have to be of service to each other. We forgot about that. So when the beings that are going to be coming, the new generation that is going to be coming, they're going to be more inclined to saving this planet in the sense that they will be more inclined to be of service to each other. And that will be the big change that is going to be a gate for us.
Yeah, thank you.
I was wondering.
We have other lists. Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, I was just wondering, when you mentioned the Council of Nine, could you talk about them a little bit to understand what you mean, who these beings are? Or...
Yeah, the Council of Nine are beings that are actually, in a physical sense, they don't manifest themselves often. You will feel their presence, but when there's a tragic event like how different planets are destroying themselves, then they will appear. They are normally using the same physical body as we are. If they choose to, they will appear in the physical body. It can be anything. It can be a child that is talking to you. The only thing that you realize is that this child is older than what he's talking about. There's no way that child or something like that, somebody like that, will know about those things. So the Council of Nine, they are actually the charge of all this realm, all the planets, all the physical universe. They are part of being in charge of the physical universe, in a sense that they don't interfere with anything that is going on, because they call it the primary law that dictates that no higher being will interfere in an affair of a lower civilization unless that lower civilization is getting upon itself to destroy the planet that is given to them. So in that case, they will appear, and then they will have to steer the beings of that planet toward the path of the middle way. So they don't interfere. They will observe until something bad will happen, and then they have to appear and take charge.
Where do you see these beings come from?
These beings come from the higher realm. I don't want to say they are beyond even the fifth plane, because they don't manifest on the physical. They are not in the physical body, so they are just part of the ether. They are beyond our realm.